Now, thousands of victims of the Contaminated blood scandal will receive £100,000 each in compensation from the government. The announcement follows a recommendation made last month by the chair of the public inquiry into what's being described as the worst treatment disaster in the history of the NHS. It led to the deaths of at least 2,400 people after they were infected with lethal viruses in the 1970s and 80s. Partners of those who died will qualify for payment, but campaigners say the majority of those affected have been ignored. Well, let's get more on this now with our health correspondent, Nick Triggle, who is with me now. Morning to you, Nick. So who exactly are campaigners saying are being ignored right now?
Well, this compensation payment is being called an interim compensation payment by ministers, and that's because only those who are currently registered in the financial support scheme are going to be getting this compensation. Now, there's around 4,000 people in the UK who are registered for financial support, and this will be the first time that they then get paid compensation, recognising the loss of earnings, the care costs and other lifetime losses they have incurred because of what happened in the 1970s and early 1980s. But for people who aren't registered with that financial support scheme, and that includes people who have lost their partners or children who have lost parents, they will have to wait, and much will depend on the ongoing public inquiry and what conclusions they come to before they get compensation.
Yeah, and how long could that take? How much longer might they have to wait?
Well, that will be at least a year, as that public inquiry is ongoing. But these payments for the around 4,000 people, they will be paid quickly. The government says in England they've promised the payments will be received by the end of October. People in Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland are also entitled to this compensation, but it'll be up to devolved nations to decide when they get it. But it does come after decades. This is an important step because it comes after decades of campaigning to recognise the lifelong consequences and suffering that thousands of people have endured.
Nick, thank you very much. Nick Triggle there, our health correspondent.